In this video, we're going to look at an important part of the planning that managers do, developing organizational strategies. Every organization has strategies for doing what it's in business to do. And managers, well, we must manage those strategies effectively. Managers must carefully consider their organization's internal and external environments as they develop their strategic plans. They should have a systematic means of analyzing the environment, assessing their organization's strengths and weaknesses, identifying opportunities that would give that organization a competitive advantage over its competitors, and incorporating all of these findings into their planning. The value of thinking strategically has an important impact on organizational performance. Strategic management, well, that's what managers do to develop organizations' strategies. Strategies are the plans for how the organizations will do whatever it's in business to do, however it's going to compete, and how it will attract and satisfy its customers in order to achieve its goals. Well, we know what strategies are, and that as managers we need to develop them and to manage them, but why? Strategic management has a significant impact on how well an organization performs. In today's very competitive business world, organizations of all types and sizes must manage constantly changing situations in their environments. Today's companies, well, they are composed of diverse divisions, departments, functions, and of course work activities that must be coordinated. Strategic management is involved in many of the decisions that managers at all levels of an organization make. The strategic management process is a 6-step process that encompasses strategic planning, implementation, and evaluation, as you can see here. With step 1, here we're identifying the organization's current mission, goals, and strategies. Every organization needs a mission, and this mission is just a statement of the purpose of that organization. The mission statement addresses the question, what is the organization's reason for being in existence and in business? The organization must also identify its current goals and its strategies. Here we're looking at doing our analysis, and the term that we use in the business world is the SWOT analysis. And I'll explain this as we go along. Managers in every organization need to conduct an external analysis. Influential factors such as competition, pending legislation, and labor supply are included within our external environment. After analyzing the external environment, well, managers must assess what they have learned in terms of their opportunities and their threats. Opportunities are positive trends in the external environmental factors. Now, threats are the negative trends in environmental factors. Because of different resources and capabilities, the same external environment can present opportunities to one organization and pose as threats to another organization. I think I jumped ahead of myself there. Yeah, I want to talk about the internal analysis as well. Internal analysis should lead to a clear assessment of the organization's resources and its capabilities. The organization's major value-creating skills and capabilities that determine its competitive weapons are the organization's core competencies. Any activities the organization does well, or in any unique resources that it may have, well, this would be that organization's strengths. Now, weaknesses are activities the organization does not do well, or resources that it needs but does not possess. So hopefully you can see the reason we call this the SWOT analysis. If we've identified our internal analysis, which is our strengths and weaknesses, and our external analysis, which is our opportunities and threats. Now, organizational culture, it is important in internal analysis. The company's culture can promote or hinder its strategic actions. Now on to step 4. After the SWOT analysis has been performed, managers are going to develop and evaluate strategic alternatives and then select strategies that are appropriate. Strategies need to be established for corporate, business, and functional levels. With step 5, here we're going to implement the strategy that we've selected. A strategy is only as good as its implementation. So for your strategy to be effective and efficient, you make sure you have your plan to implement it well. Lastly, step 6, and the final step here in the strategic management process is evaluating our results. We should be able to look at it and determine how effective have the strategies been at helping the organization reach its goals that it's created. Now you can see I've got listed here different types of growth strategies or corporate strategies. Strategic planning takes place on 3 different and very distinct levels: corporate, business, and functional. What is corporate strategy? It's just an organizational strategy that determines what business a company is in, or what maybe even what business it should be in, or even if a company that it wants or a business that it wants to be in, as well as what it wants to do with those businesses. Now there are 3 main types of corporate strategies. We've got our growth strategy, which is a corporate strategy that's used when an organization wants to grow and does so by expanding the number of products offered or the markets served, either through its current businesses or through the acquisition of new businesses or development of new businesses. A stability strategy is a corporate strategy characterized by an absence of significant change in what the organization is currently doing. Now, a renewal strategy is a company strategy designed to address organizational weaknesses that are leading to significant performance declination. 2 such strategies are the re-entrenchment strategy and a turnaround strategy. Well, how are corporate strategies managed? Corporate portfolio analysis is used when an organization's corporate strategy involves a number of businesses. Managers can manage this portfolio of business using a corporate portfolio matrix, such as the BCG matrix that I'm showing here, or Boston Consulting Group matrix. This is simply a strategy tool that guides resources and allocation decisions on the basis of market share and growth rate of the strategic business units. Now, hence the name, this was developed by the Boston Consulting Group and introduced the idea that an organization's various businesses could be evaluated and plotted using a simple 2x2 matrix to identify which ones offered high potential and which ones were a drain on the organization's resources. I mentioned the term business unit. So a business unit is going to be evaluated using a SWOT analysis and placed in one of the 4 categories which you see here. If it's in the stars category, then it's going to have a high market share and a high anticipated growth rate. If it's a cash cow, here we're going to see a high market share but a low anticipated growth rate. Well, the question mark here in the matrix, this has a low market share and a high anticipated growth rate. And well, down in the dog pen, we have a low market share and low anticipated growth rate. There's a lot that goes into strategic management, but by having effective strategic management, we can try to gain a competitive advantage in our markets and then sustain that competitive advantage. Effective managers, well, we must choose a strategy that will give our organization that competitive advantage. Well, we have different types of competitive advantages, such as quality. Quality is a competitive advantage. If we have higher quality than our competitors, then we have that competitive advantage. Maybe we're more innovative as our competitive advantage. Perhaps we just provide the highest level customer service, and that's our competitive advantage. These type of strategies give customers what they want, communicate effectively with them, and provide our employees with things like customer service training, So when they have that training, they know what's expected by our customers. They know how to effectively make sure that our customers are getting high quality service. Now, another competitive advantage would be mass customization. So with mass customization, these strategies have been successfully employed by companies like Dell and M&M, and even BMW claims that no two of its vehicles are alike. That's having a mass customization. Even social media can be seen as a competitive advantage. Using the power of the internet, companies have created knowledge bases that employees can tap into anytime, anywhere, and we have the ability to have yet another distinctive competitive advantage. There's a lot out there, so make sure that you are figuring out what you can create as your custom advantage, how you can provide effective strategic management within your organization. You're going to find that your ability to manage the organization is going to be so much better. Hope you found this information informative and that you take some of this, go out, do more research, as well as how you can apply that to your current place of work, or maybe even hopefully in the future.